treacherous priest is reopened by the Holy Inquisition, and the bones of Pierre Clergue are ordered disinterred, exhumed by the disgraced family with their bare hands, and publicly incinerated as a final act of condemnation and shame. A gruesome death after death, ordained by the Holy Inquisition. After 1 year in the tower, Grazide Lisieux and Beatrice de Planesol are set free, assigned to wear the yellow crosses as a badge of their heresy and a banner of their pride. By 1323, only one Cathar from Montaillou remains at large. The shepherd, Pierre Maury, has been a fugitive for 15 years. What was once the land of the good men now teems with far more enemies than friends. Late one night, Pierre Maury is apprehended, betrayed by a man who had pretended to be a loyal Cathar. Despite his careful record-keeping, the judgment that Jacques Fournier passes on Pierre Maury has been lost to history. What fate befalls the shepherd, the tower, the fires, or the freedom of the hills, we will never know.
It's extraordinarily difficult to understand the passion which was felt in this time for life after death, and the consequences for life after death of what one does in the present life. And this is one of the reasons why we find it hard to understand the disagreements that sometimes are so passionate and dangerous among religions.
From a spiritual perspective, the issues that the people of medieval Montaillou were grappling with when they were thinking about the heresy had a lot to do with spiritual issues percolating in our lives today, in our world today. Specifically, the relationship between spirit and flesh, questions of how to be good, questions of why we are here, how we are meant to comport ourselves in this life. What is the relationship between our world now, here, and the world after death? All of these questions that they were entertaining are timeless questions, really.
In 1327, Fournier becomes a cardinal, and 7 years later, Jacques Fournier achieves his ultimate ambition. He is elected Pope. He takes the name Benedict XII and begins construction of the great Palais des Papes in Avignon. Catharism is dead, the Holy Faith triumphant. Another legacy that Fournier leaves endures long after his death. This legacy is not built of stone. It arises from the transcript of a wandering Jew, a rabbi named Baruch, who becomes trapped in the midst of a terrible pogrom.
The crowd swept through the Fury Quarter when a large number arrived at my house, shouting, "To death! To death! Kill all the Jews! Be baptized or we will kill you immediately!" Seeing the fury of these people and that they were killing other Jews who refused to be baptized, I replied that I would prefer to be baptized than to be killed.
Under church law, Baruch is now a Christian. They name him John, but he continues to live as a Jew, which makes him a heretic, subject to the Inquisition. Fournier is fascinated with the case. In 1320, in the midst of his interrogations of the humble Cathars of Montaillou, Fournier spends 59 days in a brilliant and impassioned religious debate with Baruch, attempting to convince the Hebrew of the existence of the Holy Trinity. It is a sublime duel of intellects, but Jacques Fournier holds all the weapons.
Do you wish to live in the future as a Jew or a Christian?
I wish to live as a Jew and not as a Christian, because it does not seem to me that I am a Christian.
When you were baptized, did you consider this baptism valid? Or did you wish that it were?
Since I am ignorant of what the Christians believe, and since on the contrary I know my law, if no one can demonstrate to me by my law and the prophets that the faith of the Christians is in agreement with them, then I do not wish to believe or observe Christianity. I prefer to die than to leave Judaism.
In the end, the Inquisitor tires of the exercise. He offers Baruch a simple choice: convert or die. For the next 2 centuries, these 3 words will echo across the Pyrenees.